What up, Nation? Zumkiller here, and guys, I am back. Sorry, I've been away for a while. I did make a video while I was down. I won't say on vacation. I had to deal with some family business, but I did make a video. If you guys can see that thing in the background, this box in the background. I do apologize for the lag issues. I do apologize, but anyways, if you guys see that thing in the background, I got it from a candy shop called It's Sugar, and it's basically a Naruto, aka Boruto, mystery snap box. And again, I already made a video talking about it and everything like that, so I will get it out as soon as I possibly can. I don't know when, maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday, I don't really know. Besides the point, I want to talk about the first episode of Moon Knight. So it's all over the place and everything like that. So I don't know. I'm not the biggest Moon Knight like knowledgeist. I've only heard of him once. I've seen him once in a cartoon, I believe. I think he was in a cartoon, but I also seen like comics of him here and there. But I don't know the full origin of him. So if you know what I mean. So I don't know the full detail, but what I love about the series so far, even though this is just it just came out today, what I love about it so far is that they're talking slash viewing slash showing. Well, I guess viewing and showing are basically the same thing. DID. And we guys no idea what DID is. It's basically dissociated identity disorder. And what that means, aka split personality disorder. But we don't call it split personality anymore, or multiple personality anymore. It's now called DID. So, and I made a video talking about DID before, of like to my knowledge of what DID is, because I don't have it myself. I don't know anybody that has it. I've only seen videos on it, and I've been really fascinated on it for a while now. But the fact that this show is now talking about it, and what's even cooler is that what I heard from a comment, what I saw from a comment, is that they actually hired a psychologist uh, like they hired a psychologist and talking about everything related to DID, everything that when it has to do with trauma, when it means to be dissociated, how does the splitting work? Not only splitting, but how does when an alter fronts, aka when another alter takes over while the host is basically back in the mind. So like very far back in the mind, basically just staying calm and let the author do the work, or let the author do what it needs to do. But the thing about being the host is that when you're mostly in front, because you're the host of the body, you're the host of the mind. But the thing about being when you dissociate and to when another alter comes front is that you literally don't remember anything that happens when the host comes back. So and you can lose hours, you could lose days, you can lose months, depending on how long the alter wants to stay out. So but yeah, it can you can lose you can lose a lot of time when you dissociate, or when an alter comes in front. So, basically in this situation, Steven, I'm not sure if he is the host or he is the alter that is mostly in front. Maybe he just want because maybe I wouldn't say Mark in general, but maybe like maybe I'm trying to find words. Like either Steven is the host or Mark is the host, and he and Mark lets Steven be out just so he can socialize, just so that he can socialize. Or Steven is the host, and when a usually when there is a, let's say when you first have when you first get diagnosed with DID, um when you get diagnosed with DID, you have either one personality. Again, it has to do with trauma, but again, this is incredibly rare. It's very rare to have DID, and for anybody who's watching this who does have DID, I hope you're doing well. Hope your system is doing well. Hope every single one of your alters is doing well. So, everything like that. So, that's the point. I guess in Steven is a host, but when you get a new alter, it's basically the protector. You can have one to two to three protectors, depending on how many alters you have. So you can have a protector, you can have a God. Um, again, I don't know what the roles are for each. Again, I kind of like, I would say decides, but again, it's all up to the altar really what their job is. But the main one is the protector, and basically what the protector is that if the host feels scared or threatened or anything like that, basically the altar grabs the host. And basically, the protector comes in front and says, "Hey, please back off, or else there'll be serious problems." So because he feels because the host feels threatened and scared and feels like something really bad is about to happen to me. So that's when the protector comes front and protects the host, aka the body, but not just the host, but to the all the altars, the littles, and everything like that. So again, like the fact that this show is talking about DID and showing if DID as well, it's incredible. And I'm glad they're really talking about a very, very serious disorder. So I'm just happy they're doing this because and the fact that they actually got it right because again they didn't get someone personally or they didn't hire somebody with DID to talk about it, but they did hire a psychologist and I believe a bunch of other people that may have it that may had a DID or have DID like clients and everything like that. So or they just heard it from a book or everything like that. But they really wanted to get it right, which is awesome. And I'm glad they did. So but again, like just the way they did this was so good. Um, again when the host like with Steven, again this is spoilers for Midnight, but when Steven when it was like getting attacked by those villagers, basically he went like this, and then Mark, aka the mercenary, aka Moon Knight, came. Wait, that felt weird. Mark, the mercenary, he's basically into no martial arts or something like that, and he will kill anybody just to keep Steven or the body safe. Why does this feel weird? Don't know why this came off. Oh man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, I have another headset, but again, I'll fix it another point. I had this headset for so long too. Okay, anyway, yeah, like the fact that this is like I just love how good the rest of the episode was. Like, and the fact that we don't know again, like I don't know that much about Moon Knight. In general, I could look up his origin story and everything like that. But also another thing I know is that from what I heard is that from like an interview is that people want to know like where in the MCU does this take place? Does it take before the blip? Does it take after the blip? But they did have an answer before like in the beginning, but then COVID can't happened and they had to change everything. So so they decided to just leave it up to the viewers, saying that hey, this could be before, this could be after, who knows. So I'm pretty sure they will answer. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm very intrigued to see what other cameos we will get in this season. We might not get any, and it just focuses on Steven and Mark, and also I believe Jack. I don't know. Again, like the only thing I know about Moon Knight is that Mark, for when he was a kid or when he was a teenager, he was diagnosed with DID, and he had 4 to 5 personalities. And there was Mark, there was Jack, there was Steven, there was somebody else, and then there's Mr. Knight or Moon Knight or something like that. Um, again, it's very very fascinating that like I'm not just fascinated with DID itself, but I'm also very fascinated with the show. Like, cause not them just showing DID, but also the cinematography, the choreography, which was we haven't seen any choreography yet. Like, we haven't seen like any like throwing punches or anything like that. But it's very very well done. The music choices are very well done too. Some of the humor is pretty good. I love the voice acting that they did for Konsu. Kuransu, something like that. Basically, the Egyptian god of the moon. So, and I just and the way they did the CGI with Moon Knight at the end of the episode was awesome, and especially the talking between the two, between Steven and Mark in the during the mirror scene was fucking amazing. The way they shot that and the way they did that was unfreaking believable. And like he is Mark does, I mean Steven doesn't want to believe it's real. Like I don't know what's going on with me because he doesn't know what he has. So he doesn't know what he has. But he Bark, Steven and Mark were talking to each other. Says you got get me control. Don't find me this time, or else we will die. And I can't die because I have a very important mission to do, and I have a very important burden to deal with. So please. Just let me take over. Do not find me this time. Please let me take over so that we can save us. You're not gonna die unless you let me take over. Unless you let me take control. So basically Mark is Moon Knight. So he basically beat the shit out of that Anubis dog thing. Again, out of the dogs of hell or something like that. Again, I don't know. I don't know that much about Egyptian gods. So all I know that there's a all the only thing I know is that there's Horus, Anubis. That's all I got. That's all I know. So um yeah, like and he then like at first like there's like this big scary like dog monster thing, and I'm chasing after Steven, and all of a sudden Mark takes over. He's like, no, no, I don't want to die, and basically Mark just beats the like hey Moon Knight beats the living shit out of the dog. Also, fuck that um uh, that boss lady. Like she is a real bitch. Like you have Steven who's just trying to help, and he's trying to get promotion to be a tour guide because he knows a lot about Egypt. He knows a lot about Egyptian mythology. So and Egypt itself because he's very fascinated with it. Why don't you let him take the job, you stupid bitch? He's just trying to do. He's just trying to be. He's just trying to help. He's a nice guy, and I felt so bad for him when he had that date. I forgot what her name was. No, not Monica. Was it Monica? I can't remember. But I felt so bad for him because again, Mark had to take over. He went all the way to Switzerland and to get the scarab, and then come back. And Mark, I mean, Steven thinks it's all a dream, but no, Mark knows how to lock and unlock his like leg coffee. He also knows how where everything goes. He knows where everything goes, so he knows how to like replace the tape. He puts the thing back on. All of a sudden, then Steven takes over again. Like Mark goes to sleep. Steven takes over, wakes up. He's like, "Oh my god, it was all a dream," but no, it actually wasn't. It was all real. He did travel all the way to Switzerland, grab the scarab, come back, and make Steven make Steven like look like nothing happened. But no, it's been 2 days and he missed the date, which I felt so bad for him. So I'm trying to think what else was cool with this. Again, just the way that Mark and Steven talk to each other, just through mirror reflection or mirrors, is so good because it's the same actor, but they're doing different accents. Like one's doing American, one's doing English, like doing like a London accent. I'm sorry if I don't know that well with accents. So, but basically doing an English accent. You know what I mean? So, and I just find it so cool and so fascinating just the way they did that. So I'm pretty sure next week or next episode we're definitely gonna see from Mark's perspective and what he did, and then I believe for the next like 10 to 15 minutes. Like 10 to 5 minutes. He will after the no whole Moon Knight incident. He's gonna go do his thing, everything like that. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, but we're definitely gonna see from Mark's perspective for a little bit and see what we missed because we really want to know what happened to Steve like what has Mark been doing while he was taking over and Steven was completely back in the mind. So like a lot of us are very intrigued to figure out what happened. So I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. And I can't wait to see the fight choreography. Hopefully fingers crossed the fight choreography is really good or whatever kind of choreography there is gonna be really good and I can't freaking wait. So guys, that's pretty much all I want to say about Moon Knight episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I just can't also for the villain like yeah, before we go, the villain, Elon White, I believe is what his name was. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. Um, he's basically the cult leader in a way. Like he's trying to rebuild the world and make it right again. Like instead of no more evil in the world, he wants to have the goodness in the world. So and basically he has like, this tattoo that judges somebody whether they did, um whatever they did extremely bad, or what they're about to do. And if they did something extremely bad or they're about to do, it goes red and basically you instantly die. But if you have a very good soul, if you have a very good heart, and you have not done a single bad thing in your life or you're about to do, it will turn green and you're basically spared. So he's like, oh, we have a good man. Oh, thank God. So like, oh, thank the goddess and everything like that. So again, like, and when he and his cane it has like this special rocket in order to like his cane has like this special rock in a way, like I'm not sure what it is, but he has like this special rock that can tell when somebody's about to do is like it's like a it's kind of like oh shit, what were those crystals called, like the vision crystals from Rick and Morty. It's basically what that does. So anyway, yeah, and when he judged Steven, it kept balancing. Like it just kept balancing, and he's like, "There's a lot of chaos in you," because I'm not sure if he knows what. I'm not sure what the guy. I'm not sure if the guy knows about the ID or he doesn't know about the altars or anything like that. He just knows that there's a lot of chaos in you, and it like literally it cannot judge at all because it's not Mark that's in front. It's Steven, and Steven has not done a single bad thing. So again, depending on whoever's in front, it could turn green, it could turn red, it could turn neither. Because again, with DID is that there are multiple personalities, and it doesn't know what it will do. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about words like like the bar scale, like the scaling thing. It cannot decide what it will do, like what Steven or Mark or Jack or Moon Knight will do because it changes every single time. It changes, and so that's why it was so confused on trying to decide. It can't decide because he has DID. So again, I'm very intrigued to see what this villain is all about. He even said, "Give me the scarab." We have no idea what the scarab is all about. What the scarab is. So like, I'm very intrigued. So like, I also like, I would say that that Steven is kind of like the innocence. Again, I'm not sure if he's the host or he's an alter and he's the innocence of Marka. Like he takes over. He just wants to live a social life. He just wants to be happy and joyful and live a good life. But again, if Mark has to go do something that's absolutely urgent, that the moon god can needs, that tells Mark what to do, he has to take control. He has to take control whenever Steven's awake or under stress or anything like that, and he has to take over and go do what he has to go do. So anyways, that's what I want to say. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble about the first episode of Moon Knight. I really can't wait to see what we have for next episode, and I really am glad that they're showing us this disorder because it definitely needs to be talked about more, and because it's a very serious disorder. And again, for anyone who is watching this who does have DID, again, hopefully you are all doing well, and your alters and everything like that. Stay safe, and yeah, guys, let's get to the better video later.